Okay, so take three didn't work out so well for me. The audio went crazy when I listened to it and pretty much just disappeared on me. So I'm going to make this super quick. This is take 4, 5 for families. I mean, I guess it's apropos. I'm on day 4 of my 5 for families video series. And I really want to get this up and out there and share with families who are getting their kids ready for back to school. And here in Georgia, yes, we are back to school. We started back to school. A lot of folks started on Monday, which was technically July 30th. And most schools end up starting, the rest of them start on next Monday. And I'm actually running a little bit late here today. Teenage son issues, trying to get him out of bed, trying to get him back on a routine. If you heard any of my other videos that I had to take down because they were a hot mess, you know, trying to get him in a routine, it was no fun at all. But I want to really quickly share with you the important information on the 5 for families. We've gone through the first 3 steps. We're on step 4, and step 4 is really just making sure that everyone that you name as a guardian, initial guardians in an emergency, temporary, or permanent situation are listed and identified as persons who can get access to your children if they need it, and to get your children into their care and custody if something happens to you. We always have these emergency contacts, right? So emergency contacts at school are really important, really critical. If something happens to your child at school, someone needs to get contacted. Of course, you, as their parent, they're likely on it. You may even have a grandparent listed. You might have an aunt or an uncle listed. But all of those people may not be the person that you've chosen to care for your children. And there are a lot of reasons why families don't necessarily choose an aunt or an uncle or a grandmother or a grandfather. Actually, in fact, many families don't choose grandparents because they understand that grandparents, while they love their children, they have a very different lifestyle, and they may not be as active as those grandchildren. And so they want to, really preserve the role of grandparent in the grandchild or in their child's life. And so they don't necessarily want that child to live with them for the rest of their lives. And so perhaps they've chosen a family friend, a really good, really close family friend. And that person may not necessarily be on the contact information or the contact forms at school, at the doctor's office, with any extracurricular activities, at the dentist office, at any place, perhaps church or some sort of camp that they attend, or some after school care. So any place where your child is on a regular basis, and there is an ability to put these people down as the person who can get access to your child and take them into their care or custody in the event of an emergency, temporary, or permanent situation, you need to make sure that they're listed. And we often overlook this. We really do. So we have a really great resource that we share with our families, which is part of our child safekeeping plan and system, and that is a handbook, a family handbook. We call it the team handbook, and every team member, every child has a series of questions that get asked by our parents that they fill out, that shares where the guardian would need to go, where the nominated guardian would need to go to gain access to their child, who are the contacts at that location, and then vice versa. You really need to make sure that that person is listed in that location. So 5 for families this morning, really hoping my audio works this morning. It's the 4th attempt. I guess the 4th day for 5 for families, is praying that it works out. Let me quickly go through the first 4 steps that we've now dealt with, and that is nominate the guardian, or choose the nominated guardian. And we have a really great worksheet. We'd love to share it with you. We shared it with several individuals. The worksheet walks through really important questions for you to answer about how you spend your time, the values that you have, and frankly, how you envision your children as young adults. And if you were a parent, it walks you through how you would hopefully, help your child reach what you envision for them reaching their full potential. That's step 1, figure out who the person is. Step 2, talk to them. Make sure they're okay with it. And as part of that resource that we have with regards to the worksheet, we explain what a guardian is and just what that means. And there's a few examples of things that they would then be responsible for. So get their buy-in. That's step 2. Step 3 is, I totally forgot step 3. So step 1 is use our nomination form. Step 2 is get their buy-in. Step 3, make sure that they know what to do in the event that something does happen. And then step 4, make sure their names are on all of the different forms. And tomorrow, Friday, hopefully without any technical difficulties, we're going to get to step 5 in our 5 for Families. Reach out to us at Atlanta Wilson Trust Law Group here in North Metro Atlanta if you want us to help protect your family for the school year. This is Amy Rebecca signing off, and hopefully for the last time as far as 5 for Families today. Thanks. Bye-bye.